Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Willow for the Nintendo Entertainment System, based on the 1988 movie of the same name. This could have been made by Lucasfilm Games. They were around the time, Lucasfilm Games, which would later be known as LucasArts, but they didn't. This and the arcade game were both made by Capcom. And the arcade game is a 2D side-scroller where you run left and right and jump and platform and beat up enemies and get coins and buy things in stores and hopefully get to the final boss and save the land, save the world. But the NES version actually is a Zelda-style adventure game. One could even call it an RPG. And I am amazed that Capcom went this route, because they could have just went the 2D side-scrolling route with this game as well, just like they did with the arcade version. But they didn't. They made it into a grand top-down style adventure, and all the more appreciable for it, at least in my eyes. I've seen people play this. I have yet to play through the whole game and beat it myself. And from here, we might as well go ahead and press start. And you can start with a new game or start with a password. I believe you get a password whenever you die. But we're going to go ahead and start a new game. Game is obviously based on the movie. Just like in the movie, the evil Queen Bavmorda wants to kidnap Elora Danan and also take over the world. And we, as Willow Ufgood, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that name right, has to stop her. And I've been rambling on long enough. Let's go ahead and start a new game. And you start off right here in front of your home in the town of Nelwyn. If you go into this house, you'll meet Willow's family. Oh, my dear Willow. If you get tired during your trip, come back here. You will be able to regain your strength. Before you begin your trip, you should talk to your neighbor, the High Aldwin. be careful. And yeah, we can come back here if we need to refill our hit points. Not like we really need to. But we do need to meet the High Aldwin, who is next door to the right. And right now we can just move around with the control pad. I'll mention other controls when we come to them. But for now, let's just walk into this house and we'll automatically enter. If you need to advance through the text, you press A. Ah, Willow, Nelwyn's man of prophecy. Take these magic acorns with you. They can turn anything to stone, so it can't move. You have the magic acorns. So, the magic acorns give you the acorn spell. It lets you throw an acorn at an enemy to stun them temporarily. And it costs 5 MP to cast. So we'll only be able to cast it 3 times. When we talk to the High Aldwin and get the acorn spell, we also get our MP. You need MP to get through this game. If you come back here during your trip, I'll recharge your magical powers. I love how neither our family nor the High Aldwin are not calling this an adventure. I mean, I know that Willow is a simple dwarf farmer. And that our mission is to take the infant Elora Danan back to the human or Daikini homeland and protect her from Bavmorda. And we have to do that because Elora is prophesied to be the one who will destroy Bavmorda and save the world for good when she gets older. Anyway, as we go through the village, we'll find other homes and places that we can go to, such as this guy. We'll be meeting some random villagers as we take a tour through the town. To get to the village of Dew, you must go through the rugged forest just north of Nelwyn. Yeah, there's an exit out of this village just on the north end. I'll definitely tell you when we see it. For now, let us go to the middle part of this area and check out some more homes and talk to some more people. You must be Willow. Weapons and magic items must be in hand in order to use them, so be careful. So to do that, press start, and from here we can equip swords, shields, magic, spells, and items. And we can see what special items we have, our magic spells, our shields, and our swords just by going to the appropriate menu with the help of the D-pad and the A button. We have a magic spell. Let's go to magic. And from here, we have the acorn spell. By pressing A on this, when we have this little box flashing around the icon for the acorn spell, we can equip it. Now keep in mind, unlike Zelda, or maybe it is like Zelda. Actually, it is like Zelda, I think. B lets you use the spell, A lets you use the sword when you finally get the sword. However, Capcom made it a little more complex. Not super complex or anything, but, well, you'll definitely see how the sword works when I get to that. Did you meet Vankar, the best swordman in the village? He should be preparing the finest weapons for you. Vankar will be in the northwest corner of the village. We will meet him momentarily as we explore this village. The nice little village of Nelwyn. I have heard rumors that a demon is in the village of Dew, just north of here, and has been terrifying the villagers. Looks like we're going to have to go through some trials and tribulations if we want to do what we want to do, which is the same thing that Willow did in the movie. If you go south, you'll eventually turn west back to the High Aldwin's house. So let's go north instead to the northeast corner of the village, where we can talk to another person. Willow, to stop Bavmorna's magic, you must dispel the curse she put on Finn Raziel. Finn Raziel. I cannot say words to save my life. Finn Raziel. Yeah, Finn Raziel, just like in the movie, will be a central figure in the game. And some houses will be empty. You'll find out no one's home. Press A to leave. And that house, you can't enter it no matter how hard you try. Don't worry about it. There's another person here. Just approach them like you did all the others and you'll talk to them. You should be able to get to the village of Dew if you keep going north on this road. Yeah, this is the exit on the north end of the village leaning towards Dew. We do not want to go there quite yet because we are not well equipped as we should be. We don't have a sword. We need a sword. And while there's nobody in here, there is somebody in here. This is where we'll meet Vonkar, the village blacksmith. I want to believe that most of the people that you'll meet in this game are original to the game, though you will meet some people who were in the movie. Welcome, Willow. My name is Vonkar. Please take this long sword. You have the long sword. It may be heavy and hard to use at first, but you should get used to it after a few fights. And we now have a sword, so let's pause the game with start. Press A on sword, and we have the sword highlighted, so let's go ahead and get the longsword equipped by pressing A. That will bring our attack, or maybe our strength to... No, it just brings our strength to 6. It doesn't really add to our strength or anything, but we will get more powerful swords that will increase our strength. And we now have a sword. I don't know why Willow is holding it like that. If you are facing up or down or left or right or anywhere like that, he looks like he's holding a feather pen for some reason. But yeah, that is how he holds his sword, and it's really, really weird. Anyway, there are two ways to attack. If you press A on its... Dang it. Yeah. I just now realized that the A and B buttons are reversed. Unlike Zelda, where A is the sword and B is the other item that you can choose from, A is the magic and B is the sword. Whoops! Anyway, if you just press B, you'll swing the sword in this arc. But if you hold a direction on the control pad and press B, you'll do a stab. As you level up, you'll be able to use this arc swing faster. I mean, it's an okay speed now, but it'll definitely be faster when we hit level 2. And speaking of level 2, I might as well go ahead and press start to explain this. We have the menus that we can open, and we can see what we have equipped, sword, shield, and magic-wise. On the left, we have our current level, the current amount of experience we have, and the amount of experience we need to get to the next level. We have our current amount of magic points, our current amount of hit points. Don't let those go to 0, otherwise you will die. You will be forced to continue at the last village you were in, and you will have to re-equip all your stuff. Also, any experience that you got towards the next level will be gone, and you'll have to start working towards the next level all over again. And below that, you have your strength, your defense, and your agility. Your strength is how hard you hit. Your defense is how well you can defend against stuff. And agility is basically your speed. The stronger you are, the more damage your attacks do. The more defense you have, the less damage you take. And the more agility you have, the more you can, I believe, swing the sword. I don't think it has any effect on your movement speed. It's more about how fast you can swing your sword when you press the B button by itself. And from here, we can now go north. And from here, we will need to fight monsters. And we will get a music change. Once you hear music like this, as cool as it is, you will be facing enemies. Now, amazingly, the path will be quiet, but if you move or go to certain areas, you will meet enemies. I keep thinking you can meet enemies here. You have to stand right there when you enter that screen to get these blobs to show up. These blobs move rather randomly. These blobs in particular give you 10 experience points. And I want to keep fighting them just to get to level 2. And as long as I stand in that particular spot, when I enter this little particular screen, I will always get these blobs to show up. Like if I'm right here, and I just go here, nothing will happen. But if I go to the screen at this particular spot, well, they're supposed to show up. I don't know why they won't. There we go. I guess it's kind of random. A little random whether or not they'll show up, but it's usually supposed to work. Yeah, they'll show up and you'll be able to fight them. And I want to keep... I guess not. I guess whether or not the enemies on the screen show up is 50-50, I guess. I thought I learned something today. And hey, we got that fanfare, which means we reach level 2. I find it really interesting that the scenery just kind of moves wildly whenever monsters just pop up. It just looks all dramatic. Kind of like the introduction to Ninja Gaiden, which was around at the time. Also, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the village, because I want to get my health and MP back, because now that I'm at a higher level, 1, I can swing the sword, and 2, I can get more HP and MP. And that's exactly what I want to do. So let's go ahead and go back to the High Aldwin's house and get our MP refilled to our new maximum. Welcome back, Willow. I will recharge your magical powers. We now have double the MP now, so we have double the amount of times that we can cast Acorn, but I still wouldn't exactly rely on it just yet. And now, let's go ahead and get our health refilled. Welcome home, Willow. Please relax and rest your body here. And we have 46 HP, which is great. Be careful, Willow. Sadly, we're not going to be really meeting our family and anyone in this village ever again, because once we leave Nelwyn, we won't have much of a reason to come back. Anyway, how much? 300? Really? Really? I can just come back here and just do this a few more times. I know it's supposed to go right from here, but I'm just going back and forth because I just want the experience so badly. Now, if enemies show up, you don't necessarily have to fight them. You can get around them and go to another screen if you know how to do it. But I do want to do this. Ow. Just to get to level 3. I know it may feel like I'm power leveling at this point, but honestly, since I was able to get to this point so easily, I guess I can do it. 710. Yeah, you know what? Let's just stop going back and forth between screens and then go on our merry way. Going north from here leads to a dead end, so we need to go over here and we'll fight more monsters. This time I won't be going back between screens. Also, I need to be very careful what I'm doing because I do not want to die before I get to the Village of Dew. Still better to stab these enemies, just on the off chance that they randomly move into you. The blobs do move, but it's kind of random. Now here, if you hit a certain part of this curve, you'll cause a bunch of skeleton skulls to pop up. And if you walk right here, they'll pop up. Go over here, start swinging. We are swinging this a lot faster now that we are at level 3. Just keep swinging, you'll take them all out. Simple as that. I recommend reaching this screen once you hit level 3. Don't hit level 3 before you go over here. Otherwise, you'll have a bit of a hard time. And you want to be careful with these blobs because the game decides to change the rules here. And the blobs here not only take 2 hits, but they also split into 4 when you defeat them. And the mini blobs do not give any extra experience. Matter of fact, these blobs give no more experience than the other ones that we saw that were closer to the village. And if we just keep going down this way, we'll eventually hit the Village of Dew. If we go north from here, we'll enter another wilderness area. We have no reason to go over there yet. For now, let's start going to people's houses. I am the chief of the Village of Dew. Who are you? Outsiders must leave immediately. Well, apparently things are so tough around here that 1, this place is in need of a hero, and 2, the villagers don't trust anybody outside of Dew. Except this guy. Please bring peace back to this Village of Dew. We don't really have much of a choice, do we? Well, anyway, there's a person here. Might as well talk to them. I think that Bogarda lives in the forest north of this village. Interesting. And if you go over here, you'll find a dead end that gives you a little bit of a preview to the wilderness area north of here, and I did not want to do that. Press A to get out. I was trying to walk past him. I was trying to walk down southwest past him. It didn't work. Anyway. Still seeing some houses off to the side that you can't get to. Don't worry about them. Instead, we're going to go through the top center part of the village. And we're going to talk to even more people around here. The demon Bogarda takes all of the fruit grown in our village. All of the fruit grow. Wow. All the fruit grow in our village, and our gold and silver too. So apparently this monster known as Bogarda is terrorizing the Village of Dew. We're going to have to do something about that. We do want to go over to this particular house, though, because you can rest here and refill both of your HP and your MP. So, you have come from Nelwyn. Please rest as long as you need to. And we now have 72 HP and 51 MP. And we have 250 experience left to go. We really need to get stronger and stronger and stronger if we want to beat this game. And if you go in here, it looks like nobody is home. It looks like nobody is around. Be ready to see a couple of empty houses you go through here. Also, going west from here takes you back into the wilderness. You don't want to do that. And if you go over here... Okay. West of here takes you back to the wilderness. I have heard that Bogarda is the father of the chief of this village, and he was changed into a demon by the wicked magic of Babmorda. Hey, it looks like you could use this shield. You have the wood shield. So we have our first shield. But we're gonna get another one soon enough. You should hear the story from the village chief. Well, now that we have a shield, we can go to shield, press A on the wood shield, and our defense is now up to 8. Also, our strength and agility have gotten a lot better. I like that. Now, if you go west from here, you'll go into the wilderness. We don't want to do that quite yet. If you go west from here, you will see a road that goes through the rock mountain. As you go further, you will find the entrance to the cave. Sometimes you can hear a weird voice from inside. And going up takes you back to the topmost row of places you can go. And that will allow you to not only exit to the north, but also see the village chief. Again, we want to go west from here, not north just yet. After exploring this empty house, because that will allow us to get something neat. We have a shield, but we'll be getting a better one very soon. Very, very soon. Matter of fact. Now that we know where the village chief is, we might as well go ahead and talk to him again and see if he tells us anything. The story of Bogarda is true. My father was a courageous and just person before being put under such wicked magic. The villagers have been put through such misery. I will give you this magic heal mace. This is a valued treasure of this village, and is a symbol of a spirit protecting us. When you are tired from fighting, just clutch the heal mace tightly, and say the magic word, and you'll regain your strength. You have the heal mace. The heal mace is actually a spell much like the acorn spell that we got from the High Aldwin back in Nelwyn. Also, we have a shield now, and I can now finally tell you, hey, we're carrying a shield. The heal mace, let me check my notes real quick. The heal mace will heal you at the cost of 20 MP. We're going to need to power up for a while if we want to make any real use of that spell. I kind of want to equip nothing, but at the same time, I don't want to equip nothing. I'm just going to keep my magic on Acorn for now, and just make sure I remember not to press the A button, as I do virtually anything. And now, we need to head to the west. We need to head west. And when we see a person, we are where we need to be. Now here, we could take the upper path, but it'll just take us around the dead end, and there's no need to go there. So let's go ahead and take the lower path leading west. Now, on this screen, as long as you stay low, you won't have to worry about the rocks falling. if you move right here, pretty much in that area right there, it'll cause the rocks to fall down. And now you'll see these things. These things will charge at you, but we're now at level 3. We should be able to beat them down. And oh, geez. Did not want to take the high road there. Okay, get out. Apparently there is a random chance that those guys will show up. If they show up, don't fight them because they will tear you apart. And we are almost... Okay, we are at maximum health. Okay. We need to go in here. Thankfully, the road here in this little cave, it doesn't have any enemies, and it's super, super simple. Just make your way north, turn to the east, go north again, and you'll find a chest. To open a chest, just walk up to it, and Willow will automatically open it in the same little set of windows that you get when you talk to a person. And we now have the small shield. It is a strong shield made of metal. You will want to equip it because more than double the defense at this point in the game. This is one shield that you want to get at this point in the game. And once you open the chest, you can go back to it just to see that it's opened. And then you can press A to leave. Just like when you talk to a person. There we go. Now we need to leave the cave, and we now need to leave the mountain area. I was going to see what was going to trigger the enemies that go through here. Yup. Okay. Do yourself a favor, just stay... Well, I was going to say stay low, but apparently as long as you stay low, you won't get hurt as much. And it's a good thing I mashed the button there. Okay, stay away from that corner. That way the rocks don't fall. And then you should be able to get back to Nelwyn just like that. Okay. Let's just keep going east from here. We can heal up. Nothing wrong with that. All we have to do is just keep going east, and then we can just get out of here. Alright, we are there. Okay. Alright. Alright, we've come from Nelwyn. Geez, rest as long as you need to. All that and whatnot. Okay. Okay. And now we can finally take the northern path leading to the village. And I believe that is it. Okay. Welp. We've gotten ready for our journey so far. We have a little bit of experience. We have a healing spell. We have a enemy stun spell. We are pretty well equipped for the area to the north, which I believe we need to go to next. And we're about as ready for this adventure as we can be. And we will be able to fight better monsters. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say better, but definitely fight stronger monsters, get stronger and better equipment, and other spells along the way. So join me next time where we explore more of this land. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!